How's it going, everyone? Back with another quant update for you guys. And just first want to apologize if you do hear any background noise. My neighbor is doing some gardening work. So apologies if you do hear something going on in the background. But we can see over here, diving into the quant update, this rejection off of that level we've been predicting for some days now, $92.40. You can see that right here. We've got a rejection right there. So we've been talking about this level for weeks now. It is the level that we respected as resistance right over here to eventually get down to these sets of two targets. And of course, after meeting them, we reclaim this level and the expectation that we run back into there, and that is going to be our top. We also had the 200 EMA there as well. So multiple signals telling us that this is the key level of resistance, as well as me last week marking out this huge area for potential rejections. Not only that, I just noticed that there were some divergences at play. Let me just get rid of this old one. So we had higher highs over here, and then over here we've actually got lower highs. So just a disagreement in the indicator and the chart. And the chart is basically tricking you. As it's approaching resistance, as it continues going higher, we know, okay, we are approaching a resistance. We're now seeing momentum dying down over here as price continues up, but momentum coming down. There's a disagreement with what the chart is telling us. The chart is technically lying to us in the fact that it has been pumping over the last few days and tricking everyone into believing it's just going to fly into some uptrend. But then we've got the reality check over here saying, actually, you're getting into an area of resistance, being this area that I marked out, the 200 EMA, this golden pocket, and you're seeing the momentum dying. So it's telling us that we're going to see a turnaround, basically. And then the question becomes, where is the next level of support? Is it if this is our top? And it's, of course, that area that we reclaimed that first over here, came back in, confirmed its support. We're basically coming back down to that area again to see, can we get bounces from this area? Are the bulls truly there? This is what the market makers want to know. They want to see, are the bulls actually there to protect this area? Now I'm going to show you in today's update some further things with the Fibonacci, so please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share these videos. And now I'm going to place my fibs measuring this most recent pump, and it's actually saying that this dump is a natural dump. Where we've come down to, it's not unexpected, as we topped out where we thought we would and where we've been predicting over the last few weeks is the resistance of this range, $92.40. It's not unexpected to get a massive dump from this area. In fact, in yesterday's update, we were talking about dumps on multiple altcoins. So they all came very nice. There's still chances of having one more go up. That is dependent on Bitcoin. Now today I haven't made a Bitcoin update. We can quickly briefly look at it. So it's coming back down to test this previous one fib level as support. You've got the 20 moving average over here. So if we did get a rally like this and we head to 2930k, of course, that's what we're going to see, Quant actually going back up again. But for now, we're coming down to these key levels of support. Technically speaking, this is the deepest you can come, $86.26. But we're pretty much in that correct area to get at least a short-term bounce. Now, this bounce is dependent on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes to 2930k, this will try to go higher. And I've already mentioned in yesterday's update, so go check it out, that if we go to the daily, we have some key levels of resistance up ahead. The 0.5 fib at $94.89, $97.98, and $100, the deepest we can come up to and still be in a downtrend. We got the 200 EMA even above that point, so we know we could get up to that, and it's still not good enough to flip this trend bullish. And over the last days and weeks, we've been talking about these key areas over here where all the lowest bodies are, and how that is lining up with, at that time last week, with the moving averages. But as it takes longer to get up there, these start to drag down as the days go by. And you can see they're already below the golden pocket. And technically, you need to break this high if we want to see higher price targets like 112, 116, 120. And these targets will not be the case as long as you maintain below this. And we've got the 200 EMA right there, basically saying you shouldn't, if we are going to continue with this downtrend, we wouldn't be getting above this anyway. So this is like the highest point. It's saying you could go and still be in a downtrend, but using the Fibonacci rules, yeah, it's below this point over here. So even if we now pump up into there, we're still looking for rejections in this area to eventually continue lower. And you don't have to get all the way up to that price point, but I'm just preparing you guys for all the potential possibilities. Right now, we've finished this pump up into the area that we said, $92.40. We come down to this golden pocket. We could be getting a bounce, but we can see this is still resistance. So even if we pump up into there, we could get this rejection that sends us lower. On the off chance we break through it, there's still resistance here. It will still send us lower. Or you can come up as high as this, and technically as the 200 EMA is the trend decider, you still continue lower. So although over the last few days, everything's looked bullish and beautiful again, we need to look at what we've been in for a very long time, which is consistently coming lower. Or just looking at the highs, all these highs are lower than the last. Okay, yeah, we can see that we maintained below that, and then we continued with these lower highs over here. So yeah, we know that we are in this downtrend, especially after 1 year of holding this support, eventually losing it. So any pumps back up into there should just get rejected and looking for continuation lower. And maybe tomorrow I'll do another video about those targets to the downside. I have previously spoken about them briefly. They could be 60, 65, 75 and 80 something, but yeah, we'll look more into detail. There are videos on the channel already about them, so hopefully you have watched them. If you haven't, this is why you need to subscribe, and hopefully I continue to bring value for you guys to continue learning over here. Just as for the last few weeks we've been saying $92.40 and explaining why that would be resistance. We've got up to there and rejected it, and then we've placed new sets of fibs, and it's telling us this is the area of support. And look, we're getting these wick rejections already. So if we have another go right now, as this is a push exhaust trying to continue, we could be finding some resistance maybe for a lower high, or we do actually continue, but again, this would all still be lower than our 1 fib level, lower than our 200 EMA, and so eventually looking for dumps. So whether we get this bullish move up in the next few days or we continue down, again, bullish move, doesn't matter, it's very short term, and then continue lower, or we just continue lower if this now fails to hold here at $86.64. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Again, I still have 2 slots. Some people have messaged me, 2 people have messaged me over the last day, but no real interest in doing the one-to-one mentorship plan. So there are still 2 slots for the 25% off. There's unlimited slots, but if you want that 25% discount off the one-to-one mentorship plan, which you'll get 3 months included in that price in my Discord community, where we do further group mentorship sessions where you can learn from other traders of mine that I've taught in the past, and they've got a lot to share. There are some highly profitable people in there, so there are things to learn from. You're gonna have my future investments, and you're gonna get my course included, all in that discounted price. So yeah, the next 2 people will get that. Otherwise, yeah, you can continue to get the mentorship. It just won't be 25% off. Otherwise, you can join the chat anyway, as a couple people have this week, or you can just do the course. You have that to do in your own time. You're gonna have that for the rest of your life. You can do it at your own pace. Otherwise, the mentorship plan is like a quick fire. It's like quick fire. It's like 10xing your learning curve as quick as possible in like a couple months, basically. And I'm here to sit with you until you get to those goals and achievements that you wanted. So that's it from me today. Links are in the description below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.